And let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's play the game. Here we go. Villagers need breaks. Unfortunate, but true. Alright, so high level of corruption, and also Trader Redmayne is here. We bought the survival guide. Oh, that's what I bought. Yeah, okay. I like survival guides. Still trying to figure out empathy, and I think the only option left is the Stone-Tooth Termite Burrow. So we better make sure that happens. This is a lot of hostility, which feels like maybe a problem. And I am unconvinced that I can sell off all of my Purging Fire yet. How we doing here? No coal. Yeah, alright, well, stick to the sea marrow, I guess. Where is my stone cutter? If I were a stone cutter... Alright, getting sea marrow. Great, love it. How much rep am I getting from humans? 0.24 per minute. Not that impressive. Could be better. Lizards are already up to 22, which is heinous. And at this level of impatience... Ah, I'm back onto harpies. Okay. Yeah, this is probably okay. Being on harpies here is probably okay. I don't know if I need to switch over to humans. I've been on humans for a lot of this run, but I think I am okay here. Let's see. This is in the middle of being returned. That's great. This is, oh, fantastic. They're returning that. How am I for tools? Nope, not today is how I am for tools. That's almost done. That's almost done. I have 2 larges that I could pop. This one has light timber, which is kind of neat. Well, 1 in 30? Wild. If only I had the tools. How am I for... Alright. I have the wildfire essence for hearth number 3. If that is the direction I want to take things. We have no builders free at the moment. 56 people, none of whom are building. Sure. And then if I wanted to unclick things here, I could do that. We're still light on pie, which feels pretty miserable. Tons of eggs. So if I want people to not starve, I think I have to do this. Kiln is working. Yeah, a giant pile of clay. Fantastic. Glad I don't have to worry about that. Do I need more packs of provisions? Not immediately. This is going. That feels correct. And eventually I would like someone to build things. If I can get another rep from another Glade event, I can win by storm. The thing is... Okay, yeah. If I can turn in Pyromancer, that's great. I'm not convinced I'll be able to turn in Empathy without breaking into one of the stags and then getting lucky. Or successfully resolving the termite burrow over here. What causes half rep? What do you mean? half rep from Resolve? Resolve has not been affected by Prestige. 0.5 rep from Orders? Ooh. No, we still have full rep from Orders. This has also not been affected by Prestige. All right, I don't remember enough details. A 3 from Humies, you think? Once I get a full rep, they'll be over the threshold. They'll be at like 33 or something. I don't think I'll have more than half a reputation from him. I will have the Amber to do a Hidden Trader Cemetery. So we could do that. Remind me how Hidden Treasure Cemetery works. Hooded Horse Wiki. The problem is getting that done before Storm, because it takes 6 minutes to complete. $30 ambers, 15 packs of provisions, so I do need that extra pack of provisions. We gotta get somebody into here. Ugh. Man. People are such a problem. That's true. I can finish it during Storm. That is not a problem. Yeah, I think where my impatience is right now, I'm probably good to finish this run. I'm not too concerned about finishing it out. Like, I think we will get the 3.5 rep I need in order to win. It's just a matter of figuring out when all that happens. Turning with ingredients from Stonecutter's camp. Okay, and if I kick you out of here, does that go back to the Stonecutter's camp? It does not! Ah, neat. Oh, for Blightstorm cycle reasons, sure, yeah. 1 less year in the Blightstorm? Or 1 less year taken away from the Blightstorm, rather? I agree. I can afford to kick out one of you, I think. Why is you on 5? We have a Harpy here. Yeah, we can kick one of you out. Now I have somebody willing to build things for me. More gold cornerstones. Fair. Let's see. Where are my woodcutters? You are a woodcutter. Should we try and break into the cemetery? Wouldn't hurt. Yeah, go ahead and get that done. And then am I doing anything with you? These prices are so ridiculous. I'd finally gotten to a state where I felt comfortable with producing goods and getting amber and feeling good about picking up perks and stuff. And then Prestige 10 comes around. $21 amber gets export spec to turn food into more red boxes. Oh, can I buy? He doesn't have purging fire. I don't know what you're talking about. How do I get exports back? This one? Oh, this exports back, as opposed to the one from the order. That's true. I'm not convinced that I need those parts for anything in specific. But getting 21 amber is going to be very difficult. Export spec would be nice, though. You're not wrong. The other thing is I need to keep 30 amber for the Hidden Trader Cemetery if I want to get that point. And rest assured, I want to get that point. Because I think I am too far away from getting into here in order to do the Termite Burrow. And also, speaking of Termite Burrow, what do I need in order to accomplish that? I need tools, pipes, or parts. Oh, I need the parts for the Termite Burrow. There we go. That's what I need the parts for. Oh, maybe I just go run into the Termite Burrow then. Maybe we just go straight to here. And then I'll have the empathy. And also some harmony decorations. Thinking about use is good? Sure. Understandable. If I run through one of these small glades into the dangerous glade to get to the Termite Burrow, -5 global resolve while I am working on this thing. But it's also the order completed, which is 1 resolve, 1 rep, versus the 1 rep I will get from completing Hidden Trader Cemetery. So I might as well buy biscuits. That's fair. By biscuits, do you mean pie? Everybody loves pie. Alright, I think I will just not get lost in the woods, and we'll go for this Hidden Trader Cemetery instead. Because that's going to be easier. Yeah, alright, I'll buy pie. Pie for everybody. What am I willing to spend on this? I can't spend the amber. I could spend the tea. I don't know that I care about the tea. Some of the fabric? I can afford to spend some bricks. Fabric is probably easier to spend than the bricks. I kind of don't care about the wine, but it's also not that much value either. I do care about the packs of provisions, unfortunately. Alright, whatever. We'll just spend this. Call that good. Goodbye, parts. I'll miss you. Can I afford to spend this, actually? Villagers are afraid to even look at the royal guards. No one will obey your orders to attack. Huh. Is that because my impatience is too high? Interesting. Ah, he's an officer of the Royal Trading Company. Haha. Haha, that makes a lot more sense. That makes sense. That seems real. How do I feel about losing these parts? I'm gonna keep some of the parts. Just enough parts to build a thing. We'll see whether or not that actually matters. Alright, think I'm ready to unpause here. Go to town. I have just enough essence to build this thing, which is, as far as I am concerned, sufficient essence. So I don't need more essence, but also I can't get rid of the essence I'm holding on to. Alright, so if these idiots can take me to 15 exactly, which they won't quite, I'll get a rep from here and a rep from Pyromancer, which puts me at 17, not 18. So I think I can't. I think I can't do it this year. I think I can't do it this year. I don't think I have the ability. 3 amber for 13 planks. I have exactly 13 planks. You cannot take my planks. Do I make clothes? I do make clothes, actually. Oh, I have nobody in the butcher? That's something I should look at. It's irrelevant. I can't make skewers and I can't make jerky because I don't have any of these goods. God. Why did I even build this? For the oil? Purely for the oil that I don't even have any grain left over? What am I doing? It sure does look like I just finished a production cycle of clothes. Convenient. You're just making planks. Okay, cool. Keeps one person in there in case I need more planks. 13 planks? I'll kick both of you out. Oil is very good. It's a good thing I have enough oil. Help me build stuff. Okay, so at that point, I can afford to have a hauler or two. Hello, Clarence. Where is my other woodcutter? Over here, cutting some wood. Very cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna break into the treasure stag and see whether or not that did anything for me. Because if I can get empathy out of the treasure stag, that'll actually do something for me too. Like if I clear this out and get empathy from the treasure stag, that's, you know, that's all the points. Let's see. This needs to be here. 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 Trader departure. Leaving me alone, huh? Maybe we can get the rest of that pie off of these packs of trade goods? No fabric? Heck yeah, all the pie. $52 amber, which is enough for the export spec if I didn't need to spend 30 immediately. Yeah, probably jerky. That makes sense. More food. Over 2 planks. It's minimal, but it is food. Goodbye, Sir Trader. A lizard has died. A monk! We lost a monk? Oh, that's not cool. Alright, and we must immediately resolve this thing. 16. I could sell some reeds. How do I feel about selling some reeds? I think it's just you, Rhoda. Frames look good on my side. I can't actually afford to do this until after we start filling this in. What else is here? Flax, clay, brood mothers, fertile soil, a cache, and a small warehouse. A small warehouse, huh? I don't actually need this to be a warehouse. But I don't know that salvaging it gets me anything. In fact, rebuilding it and then deconstructing it is probably better value than just salvaging it. But of course, rebuilding it and then using this as food is great if I cared about anything outside of the next, like, year and a half. Working on tools. Working on tools. Very slowly working on tools. There's clay deposits, and there's the big brood mothers, which I can't do anything about. Great. Also the flax field, which I can't do anything about. Alright, so this is pointless, except for the cemetery, and maybe I could do something here. Get some containers. I'm completely out of containers? Maybe I'll try and get some containers out of this. Instead of popping it open. Sure. No, you have work to do, my friend. Trust me. I know how this works. I did get rid of all my copper ore. I did get rid of all of my rock. Yes, I agree. And as much as I would love to be making biscuits... Is this my best biscuits? I have 2-star biscuits at the bakery. Stop. But I can put lizards in here and they'll be happy, which is cool. We do love happy lizards. We also have an apothecary that I am not doing anything at. I could be throwing resin at incense. I think this count needs to be 50, right? If I'm using incense for things. 30, 60. 30, 36. 30, 30, 45. 30, 25, 15, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. 30, 30, 30, 10. All right. 60. This is into the Forbidden Glade events. So I'm not going to see anything above 36 outside of the Forbiddens. Yeah, nothing above 36 outside of the Forbiddens. So, 36 seems like a good amount of incense to have on hand, as long as I never want to open a Forbidden Glade. Which, that might be the case. And I suspect the same holds true for tea. You're out of water? Terrible news. Understandable, but still terrible. Oh, we're out of metal. I ran out of metal. That's cursed. We should get somebody into here.
Fossi.
Wally. Hiya.
So they could make copper bars some of the time. And training gear some of the time. Boy, would training gear be nice, wouldn't it? Are we even going to make this? Use whatever, it doesn't matter. Guess I could do that. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced this building is even worth existing right now. I sold off all my copper. Okay, so I can't turn this in yet, because if I do, I might die. If I have unhelpful builders, I can make a rain collector with my parts to later demolish. That's true. I could. It's not going to help until Storm, and I already have a rain collector built for that purpose. So I don't think I need a second rain collector. If anything, I might want to put up a storm geyser, like this one, for example, but I don't think I have the pipes. I think I am pipeless. I do have the... Nope, I'm short one for the pipes. Which I guess means... Yeah. The settlement has been going on for a while, yes. How are we doing here? Still got a lot of sea marrow. And we've got a lot of time to build. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn this in, actually. And that gives me a bunch more people and some porridge. And it makes them make the Blightfire even faster. So that's cool. What are we short on? Why are we short on planks? Don't do this to me. That needs to start getting turned in. Which they are on a coffee break, unfortunately. At least the fire wasn't too far away. What happened to my planks? Where did it get used? One of this, like this building or something? The brewery? How dare they? I think that means I can kick people out of the field kitchen. Oh no, we still need people in the field kitchen for the porridge. Because I don't have any other source of porridge. Damn it. But I can make them stop making pickled goods. Alright. That'd be a no on packs of crops. How am I doing this? 2-1 veggies. Sure. Ale good? Ale would be good, actually, yeah. Please make some ale. Oh, ale requires containers. Boy howdy, containers. As much as I love pottery, containers. just going to turn all of this off, I think. Until I decide to put somebody in here because I need oil. And or have other goods, which seems less than likely. Let's get some humans in here. Do the thing. And then this can stop making pickled goods. Weaver's got nothing to do. Terrible news. Okay. I guess that checks out. Do we even have that much that still needs building? Not really. Just leave you in there? Make you a hauler for a little bit? Make you a hauler. Yeah, this is aspirational at the moment. Try and smooth out my production queues. How goes things over here? Working on it. Proud of you. Keep at it. Keep at it. This is like the worst micromanagement. But I'm gonna do this until that happens. And then they're gonna return all these goods. Then I can move this over. And then we can make it into here. Find out whether or not that's good. 6, not really a lot of tools. Man, this wouldn't be a bad idea to break open either. Ah, this finished. Good. Slightly less hostility. Very slightly less hostility. 6 minutes. Yep, that checks out. Not gonna worry about tea and incense. I know what I am getting into. Ah, they're down. Curses. 34 now? I could do it with harpies, actually. Alright, let's unfavor you. And then we can get harpies up. Maybe. Maybe. Sometimes. Is there any place I can put harpies where they'll be happy? Comfortable? I guess if they're using... Rain Mill is humans. Remember that. Weaver is harpies. The one harpy. Seems like it'll help. Yeah, let's just leave people in there. Even if they're not doing anything at the moment. At least they'll be happier. Get a little bit more rep from these boosts. 15. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it before this year ends. But it will be close. Like, this will finish in Storm. And that'll put me at 16.6. And then there's the off chance that this goes to here. Well, actually, it doesn't matter where it goes. If cracking it wins me the game, then I crack it regardless. Treasure Stag. How do stags work? Which stag is this? Royal. Empathy is half a rep. So that's like 1.5 rep by picking up this stag? Which will actually be exactly enough. Okay, so no matter where it goes, I crack it and win. Great! Cool. We got it. We got it! We're there! We just need it to be in a place that is openable. Can start heading towards here, because it'll probably go to one of these two. We'll see if we can get that before Storm. I guess that means... that if I can open those up, we can move this over. And in fact, let's just move this over now and start helping out. Stag hunting is your favorite thing to do if you get Ancient Pact or Mistpiercers. I've never thought about using it that way. Like, I don't think I understood the stag mechanics when I picked up Ancient Pact. But yeah, I think I might do that more going forward because that's really cool. There's a time limit, right? Like, once you find the stag, you have to find them in the glade they go to within a certain amount of time, I think. Not super familiar with how this works. Something around 5 minutes. Okay. Well, from Hostility 5, Jesus. People just die. This would work, except for the fact that we are going into Storm almost immediately. So I guess not. Ugh. I still need woodcutters, though. I can't handle this without woodcutters. All right, we're not going to get this before Storm. Because people are just going to die, and that's going to be a problem. Oh, that noise was hostility. Okay, that's what that noise was. Dying will reduce hostility. That's a thing that I believe to be true. That sounds real. I guess impatience ticked up? Impatience ticked up. All right. So at hostility 6... that is minus 28 from where everybody is right now. Oh, hell. If I kick out 4 woodworkers, 4 woodcutters, that'll be enough to get me to 5, and people will still be dying. Which seems bad. It seems not very good. 54 of 61 affected. Is this good for me? Is any of this good for me? Okay, wow, this is pretty good for me, actually. I mean, not that it's going to make much of a difference. This feels like a lot of gold for not a lot of goods. Not that gold matters too much at this point, but you know. Two stacks of wood every 14 seconds to disable this mystery. Do I have that many stacks of wood? I got a lot of sea marrow. I have 0 wood. Zero. That's how much wood I have. I could start sacrificing some coal. All right, if I am worried, oh, reset the timer. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I don't know that I'm gonna do that, but I like that. That is a very fiddly approach, and I appreciate that it exists. Let's see. What is my actual next step here? Like, do I kick out woodcutters in order to reduce hostility? Or do I just take this hostility on the chin? Because I am close to winning the game. And if people die, then, well, they die. How much time does it take to resolve a stag? A minute 30? So like 2 minutes-ish? Once I have found the stag immediately? Oh, okay. Never mind then. It's a good thing this is the royal stag. That's the one that gives me reputation. Immediately is pretty good. We still got to survive another... Hello? 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Either way. I kind of think maybe I just keep my woodcutters and let the people suffer for a bit. Resolve is low. You know, I could have predicted that one, yeah. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I have no fabric? What's going on here? Ran out of plant fiber, I guess. I sold 10. I sold not, I didn't sell all my fabric. I sold half my fabric. But then we don't have any more fabric coming in because I ran out of plant fiber. It was some delicious pie, though. I don't regret that. Even if the pie is now all gone. That's great that you're making ale, honestly. I appreciate that for you. 135 wooden houses and camps and decorations. Oh my god. That's so aggressive. That's so aggressive. I hate it. I hate playing that aggressive. Like, it's not that I don't think it'll work. It's that I just don't I don't like disassembling everything in order to furnish that final push. I just don't like it. It's probably effective, but oh, I don't like it. It's like, well, we need people to be exactly this happy. So you don't get housing because that does not play into my utility function. Oh, no, I get it. I get it would work. I just do not like. Do I have? No, we still have a bunch of homeless people already, as is. So yes, I could recover some materials from housing, and the only real difference would be probably none, actually. Probably no difference. Does having an extra 30 wood change anything for me? Not even sure that having an extra 30 wood right now changes anything for me. Having any wood. Oh, I guess to sacrifice and prevent people from dying. But the important part here is just that we keep the woodcutters going. You wish my hearths were upgraded. 2 of them are. They're all level 2. I have 2 level 2 hearths. They are not level 3, though. I guess that would be an additional resolve, but I haven't bothered building any harmony decorations. Like, building a harmony decoration sounds painful. This finished, so my builders are not actually doing anything right now. So I could give them something to build, like decorations, for example. This is every villager has a 5% chance of perishing? So if I low roll, I could lose like 10, 15 people at once? That's very scary. That's very scary. And it's about to hit, like, right now. So this resets the timer now, so if I unsacrifice, I will have lost a little bit of coal, but, everything will still be okay? For the next 14 seconds? Well, if this is what I have to do, then this is what I have to do. We are at 3:46, so I have to stop again at 3:32. It's too bad it doesn't have, like, a cooldown marker on it. That would be convenient. Is there anything I need to be building right now? Oh, I could be gathering stuff? I could be gathering mushrooms? Oh, what a gift. I remember building that. I don't remember... I remember putting people into that. I don't remember ever taking advantage of it. What's up, Cryptomancer? So far, no problems. So far, everything is fine. It's been... My timer stopped. It's been about an hour. So far, everything is fine. Alright, well, this sucks, but here we go. Likely to lose some harpies here. How goes the storm? We're doing our best. So, unclear. 15.72. Is this resolved yet? It hasn't. 2.5 minutes. Set it to 3 while on pause. You only pay 1 coal? Really? I only pay the first coal? That's interesting. I'll test that out next time. 332 minus 14, 28.18. $23 coal. 22 coal. Still 22 coal. Okay. Oh, that's really convenient. Now to decide whether I care about harpies dying. Do I care about you, harpies? Or do I just let you go? One harpy leaving here is going to be fine. I guess it's going to be 4 harpies? That still doesn't kill me. So I guess we're fine. Oh crap. 18 to 4. Newcomer arrival? What a fantastic time for this to happen. Do I take this? Gives me a bunch of harpies to throw at the problem. And also boosts my hostility by a bunch. But I think... Hold. 8. 9. 9? 9. Sick. 9 times 6 is 54. Right now I need... I have a 240. 240, and I need to get below... I'm at 665, and I need to get below 500. Wait, what? Yes, no, that works. This does not change my coal math. Yeah. 719 is still fine. Because that still gets me below 500 at minus 240. Committing the cardinal sin of streaming. Trying to do math while live. Could try and make the harpies happier. Is that a good idea? Does it make a difference? Not convinced it makes any kind of difference. But I could do it. Minus 20 is a lot. No, I think we just lose some people. I think we just lose some people and it's going to be okay. 311. Still waiting for 304. Now I am waiting for 250. The harpy left. Y'all are burning cysts. Yeah, that's happening with my 13. That's gonna be fine. Although if I lose too many more people, it's not gonna be fine. Alright, well, maybe I do need to be thinking about this a little bit more. Nah. It's just glowing and I can't click on it. Flees to a nearby dangerous or forbidden glade. Presumably one that's not already open, yeah? Like, I should make sure that I am not actually opening either of these so that if it flees into either of these, we have that covered. About to lose 2 people. Because we're going to lose some humans here as well. But at least it'll be a while before we lose lizards. It went straight across. It went to here. Do I get to know where it went? Ah, it went to here. Okay, great. I guess I don't get to see ahead of time. It just goes. Okay, cool, fine. Cool and fine, no problems. Now I can afford to kick out some of these woodcutters. And maybe try and make things better for my idiots. My poor idiots. Is that 4 minutes? That is 4 minutes, yes. That's what that looks like to me. Alright, we're still going to lose a bunch of harpies, but maybe I'll save my humans. 36. Honestly, I have enough coal that I might be able to burn it and save the harpies. No. No, that's not real. Ah, we still lost a human. They were all builders, though. I don't remember what the number was. I'll just reset it here. I don't remember what the number was. $31, so 17. Wasted a coal. I know, right? 3. Oh, I'm definitely gonna lose more people. Holy crap. One blight post was not enough to keep up. Regardless of whether I had the Sea Marrow. Oh, because I'm losing a bunch more people. I didn't think about losing a bunch more people. That was not a thing that I had considered. Alright, but at least it'll be only one. Yeah, sure. Sea Marrow does not have any effect? No, I'm talking about the Blight Post. I have to sacrifice now. I keep losing track of the timer. 49. And also, we are going to lose a bunch of people once the corruption ramps over. Which it just did. A bunch of people are going to immediately die. And we're going to get more blight as a result. So that kind of sucks. Human Forager, Harpy Blight Fighter sounds like a problem. It was 49. So, 35. Lizard Woodcutter. That's also a problem. Now we're starting to lose lizards. Really would like to get this open, though, you know. That would be helpful. Would be very much appreciated if we could just do that. That would be great. This has another 39 seconds. And that'll be the 2.5 I need. There it is. 35. This is so silly. Probably have to stop deaths now. I believe that I will be winning within the next 40 seconds. So this is not going to get there in 40 seconds. But you're not wrong. If I expected the colony to try to last longer than like a minute, then yeah, I would need to put forth a little bit more effort into that. It's fine. For some value of fine. Ooh, that impatience is really high. Actually, this might kill me. The impatience might just kill me. I hadn't considered that. Okay. All right, fair. All right, if I kick out one woodcutter and then start sacrificing a single hit of coal, lizards get there, harpies are almost there. Harpies in the field kitchen. Harpies are there. Now we just need this to get up in 29 seconds. Which it looks like it will. Alright, now this just needs to open and we're good. Also, we need to not run out of coal. Not running out of coal is also an important part of this. Which one of these idiots is my kiln? This one. What? This one? There we go. They're working on it. When I open the glade, hostility will go up. When I open the glade, I've won. It's like actually just over once I open the glade. But also it looks like I'm not even gonna open the glade within the space of the storm? Maybe I will? Resolve is low because I gained an impatience. I lost an impatience. Yep, that's fine. At this stage, that's fine. Yeah, it's very touch and go because I'm playing this a little aggressively. 4 coal. 1 coal. 0 coal. Sacrificing is over. Oh boy. So level 14, great, good job, way to go. This is wonderful. Hey look, workshop. A real workshop, not just a crude workshop. 3 weeks in the making, no joke. This took so long? Huh. Stamping mill. I have never seen this before, but it is a source of copper bars. Alarm bells. All workers have plus 5% higher chance of double yields for every 110 points of expected corruption per minute. I love it. I love it. An old inscription on the bottom of the hat says fortune and glory. Increases the chance of doubling event loot by 50%. I mean, probably fine, but I imagine there's more useful stuff to pick. It used to be worse? It feels pretty good. 110 points of expected corruption per minute is not a lot. Like, this... I need to look at what my corruption is right now, but it's at like 123%, which is absolutely manageable. And I think that's something along the order of like 800, 1100 per minute. Fedora hat can be amazing because it's so much stuff. I guess so. Event loot, so that's like glade events. Any glade events? Like caches? It could double caches? That's kind of cool. Used to be based on percent corruption. Oh, okay. Doubling loot in caches. 50% chance to double, like, any loot in a cache seems pretty wild. Firekeepers to combat corruption more effectively. Every burned cyst removes an additional 50 corruption. Neat! Crown sends 2 royal guards to your village. Instead of simply brawling, villagers now train under them. Fulfilling the need for brawling grants an additional +5 to resolve. Huh. This implies that I am ever going to be using brawling. Like, it has been so rare to have the training gear and have the building at the same time. Like, I would love, like, I even tried it, right? I took my first perk as the lizard one that gets you extra resolve for every X amount of training gear you produced, and I don't think I ever got value out of that perk. Like, it's so difficult to make training gear at scale. And then on top of that, have the building and all of that. Like, it's this feels like, even if you commit to making a bunch of training gear, I'm not convinced that you can get value out of brawling. But anyway, 14. My only completed deed here was P10. I feel like I should have gotten like an abattoir deed or something like that. Killed off X amount of villagers before the the village completed. Typical +10 amber cornerstone. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, but we got some food out of it, which is great. Impatience left 3. Yeah, not a lot. 20-minute adventure. Why is objective not a tab? $61 people is pretty nuts there. Is that high or low? Because I lost, like, I want to say minimum 30 people over the course of this run. Yeah, 20 minutes is lying. 20 minutes is absolutely lying. You get highest score for 90 people? Rick and Morty reference makes sense. Huh, you stop taking... I can't imagine being a person who stops taking people. People are always so helpful. I always want more people. I could be at 90 people in my colony and still want more people. I imagine that they're a little bit hard to keep going, like with hostility and needing to feed everybody. But I always want more people. It's wild. 40 lizards from Surprise Child. Yep. I don't know that I will ever take Surprise Child. I wish I could see how many people died over the course of this run. That is a thing I would like to see. How many people died or left? Because I know I lost a lot of people. The distraction worked. The merchant and his guard managed to escape. Cool. So now we have 20 amber, 20 starting amber for every run this this cycle. Pretty cool. Somber Procession. We are aiming for the silver seal here. Ominous Presence. Every time a villager dies or leaves, hostility decreases by 15. Huh. Oh, but yearly hostility is doubled. Wow, that sounds like a blood price, a blood pact if I've ever seen one. So, give me the experience, thank you. Seem to run tight on your settlements too, so other than trying to go 9 woodcutters. Oh. Yeah, I've been aiming for 6 woodcutters most of the time. 9 is a lot. Alright, let's buy upgrades. What upgrades do I want? Now that I've hit level 14, what is up here? Embarkation bonus pack of provisions. Neat. Embarkation bonus parts. Neat. Stocked caravans. 20% more resources. Okay, this is a thing I would like to have. We would like to get up to here. Embarkation bonus foragers camp. Okay. Herb garden. Herb garden? What is an herb garden? Herb garden is like a farm? That's kind of neat. Hold on, what is an herb garden? Okay, so game history. What can I see here? What information can I see here? This is overall, not like within a given run. This shows me what I took. This is the cornerstones I got. Okay. The buildings I built. No, the buildings I had access to. Because who the hell builds a hydrant? Level and upgrades. Oh! Upgrades! You can actually see a metric for your meta progression on each of these runs. Yeah, embarkation bonus is something you have to spend points on, I'm aware. So any embarkation bonus is like, neat, but not necessarily useful. Whereas things that are not embarkation bonuses are going to apply to every colony, and that's a lot more useful. Base stat also if you need a tiebreaker like +1 per node or lower fuel consumption. True. True. I mean, all of them are good, right? All of them are good. Yes, I can do that, but I need to be at a place where I can access the encyclopedia, for example here. Herb garden. Roots and herbs. Yo, okay. Yeah, that's legit. This is completely legitimate. This is, almost as good as a small farm. Maybe even better than a small farm. On par with a small farm, one way or the other. So that was... Where was that? Here? Here? Herb garden. Yep. I don't know how many embarkation points does it cost? You never take it as an embark? Too bad. 4 to 6? Rough. Alright, then none of these really feels that impressive, although stocked caravans might be a thing I go for. Embarkation bonus amber. Embarkation good. Okay, so the embarkation goods is the actual goods. Like, this is every colony no matter what. So I'm like somewhat looking for these because they're passives, I don't have to choose them. Embarkation bonus plantation, newcomer goods here. This is pretty strong too, actually. Maybe I should be aiming for that. Amber pack of provisions and extra people. I mean, I'm mostly spending it on food, I think. The building mass ones are pretty good, yeah. Amber one makes sense as being pretty good. How far away am I from getting that? Kind of far, it turns out. Yeah, I don't know that that's something I want to prioritize. Permanent +5 to the storage capacity of all buildings in my settlement. I think this is probably what I take right now, on account of it is helpful and I can get it immediately. But I also want to be aiming for newcomer goods. Foxen's starting ability. Cornerstone rerolls. Small farm embarkation bonus. Beaver's starting ability. Oh, neat. This is just +1 embarkation point. Oh, okay. Resources, sacrifice resources last longer. All right, so I'm buying 1 upgrade today because that's how much food I have. That 1 upgrade could be more trade routes, dang. Larger storage. Embarkation points. Well, I actually can't get this. Sacrificial flames. I'm leaning towards sacrificial flames here. Starting ability humans. I'm no longer leaning towards sacrificial flames here. Essential blueprint Foxhouse. Yeah, I think I want the humans one. And then out of all of the ones that I've looked at, the one that I want to aim for the most, the one that seems the most immediately important, is newcomer gifts. That's a fair point. I can check my caravan and see if humans are even there. Really? Consider the Foxhouse. So the other question is, am I going over here or am I checking this out? Somber Procession. Your caravan stumbles upon a long and somber procession carrying a body encased in a block of amber. Another viceroy perished, attempting the trial to join the queen's hands. The mourners ask you not to disturb the forest and ensure their safe passage back to the citadel. Open no more than 1 dangerous glade. That sounds very difficult to do. That sounds very difficult to do. I guess +10 tools and +20 stone for each additional thing this cycle is pretty good. Foxhouse is 4 resolve? Wow, why? Like, I think I'm more interested in doing the Ominous Presence rather than this event, because this will get me a deed. Or Monastery of the Holy Flame. Cannot forbid consumption or favor any species. Gross. But if I were starting here, no foxes anywhere. What's P11? Blightrot has a stronger impact. Fine. Whatever. I don't care about Blightrot. Ignoring the fact that Blightrot almost killed my colony last cycle, I don't care about Blightrot. I will now? Maybe I will. Tools and rocks would apply to the event. Would it? Oh, over the next 2 games. Over the next 2 games. Yes, no, I see what you mean. This would apply towards everything. I'm not convinced that open no more than 1 dangerous glade is real. Maybe it's real. But that's not something that I've ever done. Like, I've very frequently, it's just small glade game, I guess. Need to work on resolve. That makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, I could see that. Since you don't have a lot of the rep options from dangerous glade events. Small glades were a lot better than they were when this event was introduced. I'd believe that. There's a deed to win without opening any glade? Holy crap, that feels very difficult. You have so few resources to work with. Oh, no, I know you can still cut down trees. I'm just talking about, like, resource nodes. And, okay, yes, yeah, you don't have to be playing at Prestige 10. I get it. That definitely helps things. But, like, there's so little space, you wouldn't be able to build a second hearth ever. You have so few resource nodes and, like, farming and stuff. Just roll fertile soil in the starting glade? I guess so. Do I want to try this? This is kind of scary. I guess I'm close enough to the Silver Seal that I can afford to, you know, spend some turns messing around. This is 10 starting villagers. This is 7 starting villagers. This is 8 starting villagers. I think I take the 10 starting villagers. Red event? What do you mean red event? Oh, is the one that I just did? I mean, I kind of like the idea of just doing events, so fine. More than 80 food stockpiles per 3 weeks. A fair point. A fair point. No, actually. I would rather push prestige than get meta progression. Because that is more interesting to me. If I cared about meta progression in that way, if I was worried about how fast I was advancing in meta progression, I would just unlock the whole tree. That's not that hard to do. I'm more interested in pushing prestige until I find my limits, since I haven't yet. Probably because I'm getting help from people, which, like, let's be real, the amount of help I've been getting from chat has been pretty good. Definitely appreciate some of the advice I've been receiving. Reaching P20 is much faster than getting the whole tree if you're good. Alright, I think I want to know where fertile soil is. Yes, some of the advice. Agreed. I think I want to know where fertile soil is, and also I want newcomer gifts. Starting ability harpies, dang. But I want newcomer gifts. There's a lot of things I want here. I want sacrificial flames too. Gathering techniques, huh? Alright, let's try it. We will open exactly 1 dangerous glade over the course of this run. I want people, I want rocks, I want food. Easy. Maybe I want wood? Might want wood. Maybe I start with wood also. Are rerolls good here? I don't know. Last stand. Yes, that's fine. I will check to see if I have last stand. I do not have last stand. I'm not high enough level. People, wood, rocks, and a food. Meat. Lovely. Multiple levels of last stand. I think I have 0 levels of last stand. I suppose it's possible I have 1 level of last stand and don't know about it. I don't remember seeing it, but also I didn't look through the entire tree, when stuff got rearranged. Rocks versus bricks. Rocks specifically. I would much rather have rocks than bricks, because rocks can be used on caches. Potentially critical information. You think it's gonna be that bad? Alright, alright. I don't plan on ever using last stand. I will be honest with you. Okay, 1 hit of last stand very early on. Second hit at level 15. And third up at the very top of the tree. So after reaching maximum impatience, I have 30 seconds of time to do what? Win? Reduce impatience? I suppose, like, I could use that 30 seconds to try and scramble to get a reputation point and reduce impatience? Okay, so not just win, but anything that reduces impatience would work there. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Alright, let's get in there. What else was I going to take? I was going to take wood. I was going to take meat. Every time you exit last stand, its timer resets. Cool. Alright, let's go, lizards. What you got for me? Lizards and harpies. Love it. Gathering knowledge. Gathering speed is increased by 10% for every 2 workers assigned to gathering camps. Cool. Giant organisms. Giant resource nodes can be found in Forbidden Glades. I can only open 1 dangerous or Forbidden Glades. That seems not super helpful here. Hot springs. Geyser pump operators get +10 to resolve. That's cute. Okay. If I am worried about resolve, I can maybe make some geysers. Having an order queued? Oh, sure. And then we have flooded roads. Trade routes are more expensive. Fog. Walk speed if they're not housed. Leakage. Blight rot sucks more. Death and decay. Every villager that dies during the storm instantly turns into a blood flower. Heinous. Alright, so we gotta be careful about our people. Right up next to each other? Why would you do this to me? Yo, starting workshop? I think we are starting workshop, ladies and gentlemen. think I am taking a starting workshop. I think I am okay with this. I don't have the fabric yet, unfortunately. So I will still have to build a crude workshop in order to get fabric. Yeah, lumber. I saw lumber mill and I was like, oh, I guess we're taking a lumber mill. And then I saw workshop and I was like, you know what? I may be rethinking that. Supplier seems cool. Water skins. Alchemist hut seems cool. Apothecary seems cool. Cooperage seems cooperage. I gotta say, none of these impress for a first-year pick. Like, it's gonna be a while before I get value out of any of these, I think. I think I like Supplier as building up towards, you know, the inevitable pie lovers stream. Apothecary works with my harpies to enable biscuits. Sure. But, like, I'm still going to need flour. And I don't know whether I am better off taking biscuits or flour. Water skins is only containers if I have a source of leather. Like, I need to take ranch in order for water skins to be real. It's in the trees? Really? We got leather trees? We do have leather trees. Okay. All right. All right. Well, supplier was already the direction I was leaning because I like having flour. But, meat nodes? Do we have meat nodes? We do have meat nodes. Damn. Kind of in on supplier. Every trapper's camp node? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's there for insects. I'm not sure if it's there for eggs. But it's definitely there for meat. I could hold off until orders. That's also true. But I want stuff that I know is going to be useful. That's absolutely a good call. I don't need any of these in the next 60 seconds. That is a true statement. I will allow that one to pass. All right, but we need to be not opening any dangerous glades or forbidden glades until I know I am going to get value out of whatever I am opening. So I think I go for small glades only until I hit a stag. And then I chase that stag. And that would be the one dangerous or forbidden glade I open. There do not seem to be insects in marshlands, no. Mushrooms. Meat. Mushrooms, meat, and rocks. Pretty good. All right. I would like this to be built sooner rather than later, if at all possible. You can have 1,000,000 mushrooms. That's exciting. Marshland special? Really? Okay. I mean, I fully admit that there is a lot about this game that I don't know, especially if it's biome specific. I like that there was a long chain of small glades to open here. I'm not actually hemmed in by the dangerous glades. That's very nice. I feel like usually I'm in a position where there's like maybe 2 small glades that I have access to, and then I'm kind of hemmed in by the dangerous or the forbidden glades. So this feels convenient. Yeah, a lot of leather. Yeah, that is a strong push towards supplier. Probably just take supplier now anyway, but I agree that it doesn't need to happen immediately. The question is, if I take supplier now, will the first pick, will the pick on the next one be something that dictates my opening strategy, right? Like you say, will it matter within the first 60 seconds? I'm not sure that it will. We are going to need, this can actually be P4, because I am going to need 2 woodcutters camps. And these are P5. Like Apothecary is a Harpy building? Flower inputs are tough to come by on marshlands. Why do you say that? What makes marshlands... Oh, flower inputs, like the things that you use to make flour. I see what you mean. There's mushrooms everywhere. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's mushrooms in the trees. And then I'm going to need... Do we start on rocks? Start on mushrooms? Start on meat? Start on... 13 people. 6 here. Leaving 7. So 2 in the crude workshop. And then 2 in a gathering camp. And then 2 leftover building. Yeah, crude to make exactly enough fabric for a workshop. And then disassemble the crude workshop and put them in the workshop proper. So I am going to need a crude workstation. This is P4. And then I currently have enough rocks to start on clay. And then... Field kitchen? Do we start at the field kitchen? It feels like there's going to be enough mushrooms here for everything, but also if I get Fungal Guide, that sounds great. I would like to have Fungal Guide. I would not turn down a Fungal Guide. Maybe that means I start on not funguses until I can see my first set of cornerstones, because I'll absolutely take Fungal Guide as my first cornerstone if it shows up. Or start on stone, since that's going to start getting me, like, stuff here anyway. I guess the question is, do I start on rock or do I start on food? I guess I have enough food stockpiles, I don't necessarily need to start a gatherer on food. But, like, food is always a problem. Food is just always a problem. I'm just taking supplier. I can't imagine this changing my pick at all. Small farm? Leather worker? I don't really need leather worker since I already took something that produces water skins. Like 2-star water skins versus 3-star water skins? What's the difference? 103, 4 and 2. One of each and also time. Okay. Sure. Oh, these are... This... I mean, it might just be small farm, but this is a somewhat uninspiring pick. Does small farm... Can I work... I can't make fabric out of grain, right? Too bad. Camps are necessary if I'm going for giant nodes. I'm not going for giant nodes. I'm literally opening exactly one dangerous or forbidden glade. Need to build a supplier eventually, but it doesn't have to be early. Yeah, camps actually seem wholly unnecessary if I am working just with small glades for resources. But yes, this can also just wait until I am ready to use it or until I have earned another reputation. Now I have to decide which camp I'm building in the beginning. I think it's going to be the leather, the trapper camp. I'm going to start with trapper camp. Feudal soil. Small amount of fertile soil, not a whole lot. All right, get started. Really don't need you to make anything other than fabric, and you need to make exactly 6 fabric. I could make a forbidden glade be the one I open. One in the main warehouse. Actually, let's do that too. That could have happened earlier. And then one builder left to go around and knock out all these paths. Get to work, buddy. You're doing great. Hello, grain delivery line. Leftover crops. 2 packs of provisions for every 10 herbs produced. That does not seem like a good pick. Scouts work 10% faster on glade events for every firekeeper assigned to a hearth. If I were opening any dangerous or forbidden glades over the course of this run, I would snap up Prayer Book. However, this time it's the guild who's going to pay you. Nice. Gain 10 amber every time a trader arrives? Holy crap! Man, I was looking at grain delivery line, but bed and breakfast is wild. Oh, yeah, no, I know it says trader, not trade route. I am aware this is not plus 10 amber per trade I make. Don't worry. This is still really good. This is 10 amber a year at worst. Possibly better, depending on how other things go. I really like Grain Delivery Line. I mean, I like anything that's like a free roll on resources, right? But grain, maybe not the biggest of deals, and 10 amber is 10 amber. I think it's time to build a trading post, y'all. I usually don't worry about building a trading post too early, but free amber, might as well. This can always be moved later, so it doesn't matter where it goes. Versus 40 flour a year. 10 amber versus 40 flour? I'll take the 10 amber, considering I am expecting to have enough mushrooms that I don't need to worry about how much flour I'm making. What have we found? Stone deposits, clearance, water geyser, and a coal vein. Not very impressive. In fact, I'm not even convinced that I need to be opening glades right now. So maybe avoid glades except marked. And just, you know, cut whatever you want as long as you don't open any more glades. Then you can start helping out down here. We're going to need to open more space around the hearth also. I would not be mad about clearance water. I'm assuming you're on storm also. You are on storm, too bad. Supplier's on clearance? Supplier is on clearance. Okay. You know, it's a shame that 30 amber is still probably not enough to buy any cool perks. Trading post! Well, that is the plan. That's going to be very easy to complete. Value of goods sold. Okay, I mean, this will also definitely get completed at some point. I think I'd rather have the parts and the tools than the 2 villagers. Both of these are... This isn't exactly free, because I do need to turn in the 10 amber in order to make it happen. But this is, in fact, free. The parts and tools seem pretty valuable, though. And I don't mind having the biscuits, either. Pay 10 amber versus get 10 amber. True. Also true. Use any rainwater I'm in. Mold supply. Oh. Reinforced needles, though. That's a lot of different packs, though. Yeah, we're going to take filthy engines. Quick packaging. Get out of here! God damn it. Plus 50% to amount of goods produced in the makeshift post. Packs of trade goods can be produced at the makeshift post. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. I'm just never ready to take advantage of any of these. Like, these show up and I'm just like, I don't think I can do that in the time that you're giving me. Ever. I think I've done one ephemeral objective, one like timed objective, like ever. Difficult to get. The rewards are there for sure, but difficult to get. This seems valuable. This seems real valuable. This also seems real valuable. Complete trade routes with multiplier. I can make that happen. I keep forgetting about multipliers. I keep forgetting that multipliers are real. Discover 3 glades, rebuild or salvage 1 destroyed building found in the forest. Okay, I'm not actually convinced that I can rebuild or salvage a ruin. Like, I don't know how often you get ruins in small glades. I think the answer is not often. So I guess we have to take raising the stakes. Not that, like, either of these rewards are good. I would lean towards steel pickaxes over reinforced saw blades. But yeah, I guess we are just raising some stakes. All right, and I do need to also make a makeshift post at some point, so I guess we can get started on that here too. Oh, this is only active in Drizzle. Boring. Two to 3 on the whole map. Camps only? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. I have found a camp in a small glade before. That's true. So not 0. But yeah, still really low. I'm not turning this in yet because I want to see... Oh. That's going to be a bit, I guess. And I'm not earning any amber anywhere else. Wow, it's actually, like, decent hauls here. That's never happening. Some of these things are never happening, but if I get these within the season, I'm not going to get them within the season. 360 trees to get my leather, you think so? I mean, that's part of why I'm on the Broodmothers also. Is another bonus chance for leather. What are the odds on leather? 5%. Okay. Yeah, that's low. That's not a lot of leather. I guess I still would like a ranch. Losing impatience reduction. That's also true. I hadn't thought about that. It does get me a blueprint immediately, but like I'm barely working everything I've got right now. So getting another blueprint immediately, considering I haven't even made this choice yet, isn't a whole lot of value. So it's probably not that big a deal to turn it in now. $360 chops, 180 trees. Oh, yeah. Because it's 2 charges per tree, sure. Did I take Human's ability? I think so. But almost assuredly, that points me in the direction of a dangerous glade, which... Yeah, if they showed it in a small glade, then Yahtzee. Do I just throw my builder in here? I might just throw my builder in here. Let's say that for now. Yeah, we'll just do that until I have the fabric. And then I can kick him out of the croup workstation to build the workshop. I should... Let's see. The reasons to kind of rush a few more glades is hopefully I find an abandoned cache that I can crack. Like a medium abandoned cache would be pretty cool. Just to get some immediate early resources. Otherwise, I'm kind of all right just sitting here for a bit. Food is going to be a problem at some point. I guess by at some point, I mean maybe this storm? Like, I'm going to want nicer food by this storm? I should also probably build housing, huh? Yeah, that's true. I don't need 2 people in the crude workshop when I don't even have the resources. Both of them can be out right now, doing whatever. Let's get started on housing, because that is some quick... quick early resolve for this first upcoming storm. What am I looking for? Crafting resources. Show me a leather. One leather. Ha ha ha. Ah ah ah. That's enough to get one thing done? 6? It's enough to get one thing done in the near future. Here we are in the middle of carts, waiting for something to happen. Wonder if I should have just called Zorg, like right in the beginning, spend that little bit of early impatience, and then start the train on my amber sooner. I could still do it. It saves me a decent amount of time. I think it's worth it. Let's see what you get me. Should have done it earlier, but doing it now is probably still fine.
Hello.
What you got for me? Traders arrive faster, yo! I think it's good. It gets me more amber. Survival guide. Global food production speed by 20%. Buying building mats. Oh yeah, buying building mats definitely speeds things up. Insect traps. Holy crap. Okay, we're getting insect traps. That's gonna be so much food. I wouldn't mind getting a bakery also, but this is kind of huge. I could buy some bricks. That wouldn't hurt. There's also the question of, like, what I'm willing to throw at him. Yeah, bakery would be really nice to have, but I don't think it's better than insect traps. Like, that's just so much default food. Do I just toss some of the early tools in the assumption that I can get tools later? Do I throw away some of my food? I mean, if I'm getting insect traps, I really don't mind throwing away some of my food for this. Yeah, I love bakery here, but I'm not collecting that much amber out of the materials I have. Like, I don't want to give up that much of my parts and tools. Maybe that's wrong. Like, maybe I shouldn't be valuing the things I have that highly and just immediately gunning for the bakery instead. But, I don't know. This actually feels more important to me. Just the immediate quick food production, and then I'm just never worried about ingredients. Need to collect 56 shrooms just to break even now. That's likely to happen in the near future. I'm really not concerned about how many shrooms I'm collecting. Like, I am likely to collect a lot more than 56 shrooms over the course of this map. Like, a lot more. So I am entirely on board with this. This is kind of a crap pick. I kind of want to reroll this. Not that I have the amber to do so. But... how did this drop? Impatience. Two builders free at the moment. Yeah, no fabric here was unlucky. Sell eggs or sell rocks? I can sell rocks. Heck yeah. Sell eggs too. Like, it's not that great. It's really not that great, actually. I think it might be time to start harvesting mushrooms. Even though I still haven't gotten fungal dye, might be time to start harvesting mushrooms. Down to 28 food. Oh, wow. That ran out quick. Maybe we're not selling these eggs. See you later, buddy. Wait, do I need to buy food from you now that I just sold a bunch of food to you? Surely not, right? Jerky's cheap if I wanted it. Jerky's good for everybody also.
Вагата.
Two for one. So if I trade
Бриба.
packs of provisions, I do just want to press buttons. I really like pressing buttons. Not this button though. I have never pressed this button, and honestly, I don't plan on ever pressing this button. I'm not utilitarian enough to want to attack a trader, especially on a map where I'm getting 10 amber every time a trader arrives. Like, no more traders will show up, right? That's how that works. No more traders show up, and also I get a bunch of impatience, and then I get all of their goods. They will? Does it just slow them down? I know it affects trade speed, right? Yeah, okay, slower. Understandable, like. You know, if the last trader that showed up in a village got killed for all of their resources, I would be less inclined to visit that village. You get 40% of goods and perks, not all of them. Oh, so they don't get killed. They just get assaulted, and then they drop some of their stuff to distract you, and then they run away. Okay, that's fine. I'm using 2 meat per pack, but a pack will not buy 2 meat. How sad. This early into the game, you probably won't see next one. Yeah, I'm not pressing the button. I don't think I need to. Like, there might be a map where I decide, you know, I don't want to trade with anybody today. And then the first trader that shows up, I just attack him and move on with my life. But this is not... Today is not that day. Man, I just sold food, and now I'm contemplating taking the hit, taking the L, and selling off some of my metal in order to get more food. It's probably not right.
Oh, la, la, la.
See you, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Salting isn't too bad when you have people in impatience to spare. Probably. I just don't like it. There's definitely things that I'm sure I could do that maybe would even be effective, but I don't want to play that way. I'm just like, at my core, I am a nice person, so I don't like doing things that are quote-unquote evil, even if the game doesn't have any conception of good or evil. Like, I just don't like doing it. Let's kick out the hauler, maybe? Can call traders afterwards. That's also true. That's also true. I could just spend impatience on it. You're kind of not doing anything, and we are sitting on enough packs of provisions that I can spend them if I need to. I could even, like, start on this early, couldn't I? That's not a bad idea either. First Storm is kind of a killer. 85 wood? I can maybe drop one of you. Go help build. Never Sother. Yeah, everybody's got their biases. Perfect. It's going to be a little bit better. Idling, we still don't have the leather? It's so close. Why not just have the leather? What if you just had the leather? Good storm, good storm. Let's see. I do want to build this at some point. So my one builder can go bring some pipes over to there. And then what? What else are we doing here? What else am I building here? We don't have the resources to get started on the supplier, so there's not really much of a point in building it yet. Not building a rain collector, I don't think. Just one coal vein? Exactly one coal vein? Am I building a mine on top of one coal vein? I think the answer is no. I will at some point want a stonecutter's camp. That's for sure true. So I could build that now too. Just so it's out there. I forgot about multipliers again. Can't even do anything with any of these. Too bad. I could have probably fulfilled some of the ones that I've already done with multipliers. Do we start putting somebody in here? I have 4 builders right now? Oh, right. The woodcutters. I mean, might as well get them to do something. You have anything to do in here? You don't. And I cannot reasonably put you into another woodcutter's camp, can I? 81. Nope. Yeah, nope. Putting you into the crude workstation does me no good. Actual no good. I don't want to waste the resources. Get that one leather, buddy. You're doing great. We can put you into a warehouse. Maybe that'll help. Build another house. People love houses. 5% double proc. Yeah, that'd be sick, right? Do not believe that is how it played out, unfortunately. Would have been nice. Yeah, getting enough leather right in the beginning to get this thing going has been a hassle for sure. Can harvest grain. Yeah, the resources to get leather are actually in short supply, or to get fabric are in short supply. Like leather off of the trees, leather off of the meat. But there's no plants. There's no reeds. And that stuff doesn't come... Like, the leather off of the trees is a lot less frequent than plant matter off of the trees. Wow, rough. And small farm doesn't help that problem. There's flax in the grain nodes? Yeah, I can see that helping. Which small glade am I opening next? I think we are going to need more resources sooner rather than later. Newcomers. 81. 6 per. This keeps me at 0. This knocks me up to 1. They come with the fabric, though. I am looking for that fabric. Alright, get in there. Alright. Yep, there's my fertile soil in the dangerous glade, as expected. Yep, full pie crew. And I can sell some herbs now. That's kind of cute. Yeah, sure, go. Bring to me some amber. That's true. I can open exactly 1. I just don't know that I want to be using a small farm for it. Like, I would actually... This is where I would prefer a plantation over a small farm. I completely forgot about multipliers. Couldn't I? How many herbs did I have? I think I wanted to wait until I A, had more resources, and B, found a treasure stag, and had that dictate which dangerous or forbidden glade I opened. That was my original plan. Knowing that there's fertile soil here, this isn't the worst choice. But I'm not even sure that I want a small farm. Of course, the other options here aren't any better. Okay, so maybe this is optimistic, but I think I can keep my supplier going just off of mushrooms. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of mushrooms around. Maybe that's optimistic. Maybe there's enough other uses of mushrooms that I'd rather, if I miss on coal with the one dangerous glade, grain is fuel. Grain is fuel? Oh, it can be turned into oil. That's fair. What just opened up? Oh, human houses. Right. Naturally. Yeah, we are going to be going through a lot of grain. A lot of... That's true. That's true. All right. All right. I guess you've convinced me. I don't know that I want to open this now, though. Sure hope the human gets housed here. Hey, we got the fabric. Good, get the hell out of here. Let's take Storm. I don't have Storm. I don't have anything yet. Did we get? We might have gotten the proc, yeah. No, we're at 0. All right, get in there. We got work to do. Fix this problem. And let's get started on a supplier. Is it time for a field kitchen? What can I make out of that? I can make jerky. I could be making jerky. Jerky's good. People like jerky. We got 2 jerky species. And 1 pickled goods enjoyer for once I start making skins. And then porridge is also nice because rainwater is free. I am going to want one of these eventually, I think. Still kind of far from biscuits. We'll have clearance. Grain of mushrooms. Basically flour right here anyway, right? And we're getting a lot of insects over time. And this just sucks. That kind of just sucks. I don't know if pickled goods is worth it right now. Keep your efforts focused. Yeah, none of these are getting made immediately anyway, so this can be a lower priority than the supplier, which should be a higher priority. I haven't started building the supplier yet, have I? Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I was worrying about positioning for a second. 3 oil or 7 meat? Well, I guess it's going to be meat today, isn't it? You do not need to be making planks. You absolutely need to be making flour. This should be higher priority then. Maybe this first? Probably this first. Get that upgraded. Nobody in the makeshift post yet. I think we're fine at the moment. Yep. Seems good. Mushroom seedlings. If you're summoning cornerstones, summon Fungal Guide. Do I have the resources to take on a dangerous glade event? I don't think I do. Like, I'm not sure I like my odds. I mean, I could probably find something to do, especially once the next trader comes. But I have mushrooms coming out of the trees. That's still affected by Fungal Guide. All right, I am ready. Start chopping more wood, please. You go. What is this kicking in? Trade routes and walk speed. If they're homeless, sure. Kind of want like all of this wood also cleared out. I feel like I'm going to be using this area for another hearth. Let's see. What did we discover? Totem of Denial. Fungal Guide is epic, so I won't get it in year 2. Oh. Meh. We got large grass cap mushrooms. Small snake nest. Snake nest? That's these? Oh, you can get leather off of eggs. Neat. Alright. Whoever said you can get leather off of eggs, you were right. Stormwater Geyser is pretty neat, too. Maybe I get the Stormwater Geyser instead of this, Drizzle Geyser? And then start boosting my supplier? My workshop? Always. Whoa, okay. My mistake. Please forgive me. How do I feel about stormwater versus clearance water? The makeshift post versus the suppliance's clearance. Supplier. Which am I going to want speed on more? Not actually sure. I feel like it's probably the supplier. But everything is always just going to be in short supply. Want both? Yeah, that's fair. I don't have the pipes for both. Both is going to have to wait a bit. If it's a matter of both, but which do I want first, then I think the answer is Storm. Alright, see you, Kellerman. Have a good night. You can destroy nodes? No. I didn't even realize that was possible. And I'm going to want to put another warehouse up here also. Could destroy ruins? That doesn't sound like a good time. Sounds like a mistake. Man, the fertile soil is here. I should have waited. Okay, yeah, I should have waited on my pick here. Because it would have been pretty nice to have the large herbalist's camp instead of the small herbalist's camp. with the larger mushroom nodes. Man, that's the thing I got to keep an eye out for. If I can get something for the large mushroom nodes, that'll be good. That'll be really good. What do we got here? Harpy Colony. 8 harpy houses? Within the next 8 minutes? Boy, those sure are some rewards. How much fabric can I get? Can I get 8 harpy houses? Jesus Christ. Can I get 48 fabric within the next 8 minutes? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the answer is not just no, but hell no. You can go out of the way over here. You just hang out and be not in the way. It's a shame. What about these other things? I have the workshop. Oh. More reinforced saw blades. Advanced coopering, maybe not that useful immediately. Oh my god, I completely forgot about the totem. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I have to figure out what I'm doing for this. Yeah, I don't have any of these. So I guess I don't have any of these either. I guess I'm just not doing it? I would love to convert it. But I think I need to wait for the trader to show up and then buy something that will work. 4.5 minutes away? I'm not willing to wait that long. Storm's duration is increased by 100%, while drizzle and clearance seasons are decreased by 50%. Farleth won't have any of those? He will have fuel, though. So fuel might be what I have to use. I might have to just burn it down. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like it. But it is what it is. Safe Haven. Reduced by 40 for every hearth upgraded to neighborhood. I would probably take Safe Haven. I'm willing to take Safe Haven. Ancient Pact. Huh. Well, I'm never opening another Dangerous or Forbidden Glade anyway. Any rewards in orders? I haven't picked this one yet, but I think it's probably going to be the workshop one. Because getting 40 oil is aspirational, to say the least. And I am never doing Harpy Colony. Deliver 100 drizzle water. Hey, Harpy Colony came back. I'm still not doing Harpy Colony. 6 trade routes and sell at least 20 amber worth of goods. Both of the... Ooh, this has advanced leatherworking. That's going to be my route anyway, so maybe this is seller is a good pick. Extra amber. Or yeah, this is fine. I mean, both of these are fine, but I think this is probably better for me. But yeah, nothing... I could get some fuel out of raising the stakes. Not that I could complete any trade routes right now, because all of these require things I don't have. Woodpecker technique doesn't seem like the thing that I want. Economic migration. People like economic migration, right? Rumor has it that your settlement is one of the wealthiest in the realm. Newcomers will arrive quicker and bring more goods for every level of standing you have with other settlements on trade routes. Okay. So a lot more newcomers? A lot more newcomers. The later the later the game gets, the more newcomers I get. which is not actually the order in which I need it. Like, I don't need packs of 8 and 9 newcomers coming when I have 60 people at the rate of 1 per minute. I guess I'm taking Safe Haven then. I don't know how good Ancient Pact is when I'm only opening small glades. And Woodpecker Technique seems non-impressive. But I love Hostility Reduction, so I guess I'm taking Safe Haven. I could reroll this. These are the orange ones. Can I get Fungal Guide in orange? I don't know what rarity level Fungal Guide is. Does it say in the encyclopedia? Fungal Guide's epic. Okay. I think I'm on board with Safe Haven. I like Hostility Reduction. Okay, just break this one open immediately. Hostility Rejection is almost a +2 resolve. Fair. That's true. Kind of is. Oh god, what have I done? Can I afford to crack this? Like, am I actually in a position where I need to conserve this in order to get Queen's Grace off it? Like, do I need to save these with how much rep I need? This isn't going to get me rep no matter what I do, unfortunately. But we'll see what I get from Farleth. Yeah, I don't mind getting the porridge. Kata kata. Plus the resolve is a lot of rep, if I could get it. Alright, so we have fuel here. I could buy coal. But he does not have any trade goods, right? Which is the concern. Or luxury goods. These are all luxury goods. He does not have any luxury goods. Yeah, confirmed no luxury goods. So instead I need 15 oil, 15 sea marrow, 15 coal, or 24 planks. Oil is cheaper than coal. Oil is cheaper than planks. Planks I can produce on my own. It's probably still worth it. I have 20 oil in some order. I do have 20 oil in some order. It's the one that requires completing trade routes with multipliers, so it'll be a bit. Especially considering I can complete 0 trade routes this season. It's not getting there is the problem. And I really, really, really do not want to let the thing roll over. Gross. salvaging tools. Neat. Neat. Isn't it random what I get off him? You said you don't get everything, right? It's definitely not at the point where I need to attack him in order for the colony to live. So I'm not gonna bother. All right, let's find 2 people to throw at this immediately. You. Fix my problem. And this will, in fact, be fixed before storm. Not that it matters. Am I doing anything more with you? Seems unlikely. Let's just get the goods. Provisioner, a little late to the party. Cookhouse? How do I feel about skewers? Carpenter produces luxury goods, although I am at P10 or higher. Packs of luxury goods, I need to be able to produce any luxury goods first, so that's kind of aspirational as well. Smithy? Getting better pipes production actually feels real. Assuming I have any source of metal, which I currently don't. I don't need 2 scouts on the totem. That's probably true. It saves me a minute, which is still 6 minutes of their working time. And I don't need this to complete in any kind of specific time frame. I hadn't thought about that. You're right. Yeah, it saves me exactly a minute. And the timing of this doesn't matter. This could be going through next storm also, and it doesn't make a difference. All right, cool. You don't have it yet, but you will soon. 0 planks. Same deal. You don't have it yet, but you will soon. And we do need some more packs of provisions. And now I have no builders to set up my small farm, which I will set up eventually also. All right, good work, folks. I still don't know what I'm picking here. Provisioner doesn't super appeal, although nicer packs of provisions is nice. Cookhouse is probably the strongest pick here. Unless I want Smithy for the packs of trade goods. Like, having packs of trade goods is still nice. Right? Because you can still send them on trade routes, even if they're not worth as much to the traders directly. And the trade routes, I feel like, are better value now that P10 is engaged. Or at least the trade routes were unchanged, whereas other things were reduced value, I think. What goes into trade goods again? I guess I'll be making flour. I'll be making a lot of flour. I'll be making a lot of flour. And if nothing is really appealing here, then Smithy seems like a good pick. Also, I'll have Storm. Yeah, only for skewers is not that strong a pick either. Trader departure. I think I'm just going to let you go, my friend. Buying some planks would be nice, would speed up a lot of things here. I don't know what I would give you in order to get those planks. I really don't. I don't super want to give you rocks. And I have like 1 pack of provisions and 1 amber. So it's down to like parts and tools. And how much do I want to give you parts or tools? Like, not really. Not really. This is enough parts for like 2 warehouses. So I suppose if I wanted to play things close to the bone, I could give up like 2 parts here. And send caches to my tools. Yeah, I know. It's part of the reason I don't want to give them up. I guess medium caches are at 15 tools, so I could send 1 tool here. Although I'm going to maybe want extra tools later once I get a source of metal.
Hello.
Warehouses are 2 each. That's not that bad. Buying tools for a rep later is valid. Makes selling them now hurt. Yeah. So I can sell some parts if I am confident I'm not going to need parts in the future. I'm going to need a blight post. There's no way I don't build a blight post. So that's something. And then I'm going to want to build some warehouses. So I have like one part to spare. I've got more parts in my, yeah, a bunch of my quests give me parts though. So I can maybe spare some parts right now if it's just a matter of getting some immediate value. Parts is one of those things that like I always end up having extras, but I feel really pressed for them in the beginning. I don't know how many parts I can afford though to just dump right now. Let's say I want to keep enough for a blight post in a warehouse, so that's 5. So I could dump 3 of them right now. That feels real. Lumber fairly cheap with a good workstation. I mean, I guess so, but it's just like getting like there's never enough planks, right? There's just never enough planks. So getting an influx of planks feels like it would be worth it. Even if it's not burning through my wood to produce planks. You know, it's just taking some of my wood to produce planks. How much could I actually get out of this? 13? Like, that solves my immediate building woes, right? It just builds every building I have. Which is kind of... like, that's kind of neat. Not that I have the people to populate the buildings. So maybe it's not a big deal if I don't get them immediately? I don't know, man. I want to get this built. I just really want to get this built. So maybe I just buy exactly 9 planks? Yeah. All right. Good enough. I did have 4. That's true. Well, now I have 4 extras. And then we need somebody to build this, which means I need to kick somebody out of something. One of the stonecutters camps? How are we doing on rocks? Not great. But maybe it's fine. Usually spend over half your time with planks off if you get wood better than crude. Really? That's interesting. I think maybe it also depends on what else you're using wood for. Like, that could definitely be a factor. But yeah, it could also just be a style thing, like a gameplay style thing. How you play your game might be different from how I play my game. You ran off the moment it finished? Come on, buddy. That's alright. There's plenty more for you to do. Have no fear. Keep on collecting. It's not even time to build that yet. How soon for next newcomers? It takes forever. Right at the beginning of Storm? What a great time to get newcomers. We might need to build some specialty housing or something, because stuff is going to be miserable soon. What do I need to fix? We're definitely not going to have biscuits by the time we get to Storm. I should probably cut them both off from biscuits, honestly. Leave the biscuits. I should have saved the biscuits. Should have saved the biscuits for Storm. Should have been a biscuit saver. Need one of these next year. Not this year, but next year. Get some of this stuff out of the way. I think we're going to be building the small warehouse up here for the farm. Can I double up? That one I can't. This one I can. It's not even a good deal. Like, this is so bad. Favorite lizards pump harpies with water. That's probably true. It's probably fine. I can definitely get back down to... I might even be able to get back down to 0. Well, not with newcomers. With newcomers, I'm probably stuck at 1. But even stuck at 1 from where they are right now, yeah, that's actually fine. Although not without the biscuits. Without the biscuits, it's less fine. I think biscuits might be verboten. Only as a last resort. It's fair. I guess they'll eat raw food before they eat other people's complex food. Save some biscuits. And then there's still the decision of what I am doing with my rocks. Am I selling off my rocks? I guess to try and get raising the stakes is probably worth. Don't super like any of these. These are like low value trades too. If it was, you know, one of the 3 amber trades or something, I might be a lot more into it. But we don't have those goods. I just don't have the people to put in here right now. How are we doing in here? Okay. Yeah, once he makes this, I can kick him out. He can go work in the supplier or something. Ah, we can put harpies in the supplier. They'll be happy. We do love happy harpies. And then there's the question of like whether or not we're doing anything here. I think we are doing something here. As much as we can. Do not eat. In fact, don't eat any of these. Eat the stuff I have a million of, please. The stuff I am getting for free. This doesn't get any better with my current production, unfortunately. But jerky is worthwhile. Yeah, we gotta start getting people in here. All right, well, who's going into the field kitchen? I don't want to slow down on these because I really do need the leather. I don't really want to slow down on wood either. Guess I could go down to 3 woodcutters. Maybe that'll be okay for now, but like I'm going to need the wood later anyway. Two people free. Some people still unhoused. Probably time to build more housing. Get housing for everybody. And that should be enough housing for the newcomers as well. I'm not expecting to get more than 5 people for the newcomers. Okay. And that's still nobody in the field kitchen? God damn it. Wait a minute, where did the harpy just go? I just had a harp. Where did I put the, they're still working in the fields. They're still building things, that's fine. Maybe. Unclear if that's fine. Maybe that's not fine. Maybe nothing is fine. Maybe everything is a disaster. It's all falling apart right in front of my eyes. Slipping out of my grasp. No, everything is fine right now. I just don't have enough people. More people would be nice. What if we stop the building now and this stuff just doesn't get built this year? Maybe gets built during Storm. If this gets built during Storm, that's actually fine. Alright. One in here, so that's Harpy in here, and that's Lizard in here. I want to get more people out of here sooner rather than later if I can also. That would be nice. $21 bricks. That is enough to double this up. But it's still not an amazing deal. It's still unimpressive. It's not nothing. It is profit. But it does cost me a bunch of bricks. Well, apparently I'm sitting on a bunch of bricks anyway, so I guess just do it, and that will fulfill raising the stakes, which is great. Pushes standing to level 1. Yeah, pushing standing is good too. I'm on board with additional standing. Alright, I have already gained 42 insects out of insect traps. Insect traps currently now pure profit. We should get you up to a neighborhood, though. That is a thing that I wanted to do. That's why I needed builders. Getting this idiot up to neighborhood would be pretty strong here. Also, figuring out where I want my next hearth to be is going to be something relevant to my interests. Probably up here, since I'm building the warehouse up here anyway for the farm. Opening this small glade at some point anyway, because where else am I going to get resources? Alright, well, who else can I kick out to build? This is so rough. Oh, you! This is built. No, wait. What are we at? 5? That's fine for now. Go build. That's true. I did pay a lot of amber. The amber also is a factor. That's not nothing. But I'm getting amber over time anyway. Amber is free eventually. Maybe work on the housing, please? Maybe work on the housing, please. Newcomers are almost here, just like Storm. Storm is also almost here. Yeah, that's probably fine, actually. Maybe the newcomers will even bring something interesting. I mean, that's Sahilda right at the end of Storm. That's great. Right in the beginning of Drizzle. Here they come. 4 people. 4 amber. Or some fabric materials. Huh. I don't think I want more lizards is the thing. Like, I'll take anybody. But I think the, 2 harpies is better than the 2 lizards. Or maybe it's not, because then, right now, a comfortable harpy matters a lot for their resolve. And if I get enough lizards, then leveling up... Lizards are so decadent. So decadent. I think the diversity matters more to me than the resources right now. Because if it's purely on the basis of resources, I probably would take the reed and the leather over the 4 amber. But I think I care about the diversity more than I care about the resources here. Both are only 1 human, which is the big problem. If any of them could be more than 1 human, I would have taken that. But alas. Alright, kids, get to building. We got building to do. And we're not quite fine here. But we will be once I stop disabling biscuits. I stopped disabling biscuits and I put in a lizard and we're good. Yeah, we're good. I think so. Also, getting harpies the rest of their basic housing will do it. So, yeah. It's close. It's close, but it's probably fine. Fog. Flooded roads, yeah. I remember flooded roads. 225 for 4 amber? That's kind of okay. $2 for 4 amber? That's also kind of okay. for 3 amber. That's less good. Sell porridge for even less amber. I think I take both of these 4s and I leave the 3 and the 2. Yeah, I'm good on food. Alright, please get out there and build some stuff. If you don't mind. Well, this jumped up to 9. The moment they ate all of the biscuits at once. Yeah. Okay. Housing will help. I could even start on, like, lizard housing. That'll help. I'm not necessarily convinced that needs to be here. But I don't have another ancient hearth going yet, so maybe it can be here. Has a slightly lower priority. And you have nothing to do now. Okay, that sucks. There go my mushrooms. Sad story. Into there. Cannot have woodcutters. Okay. We need one more for the... Yep. Somebody start on that. Can have one person in the warehouse. I guess I don't mind that. Another harpy in the supplier for funsies. Yes, I do need to build the farm. Thank you. I had not yet built the farm. I'll let people build stuff. Farm, and this can go... Where do I need wood cut? Probably like this general area. So like, even here is fine and respectable. And that gives me my warehouse positioning here next to the farm, as is appropriate. I cannot do this yet because impatience. We'll still sell this. And then soon we are going to be digging for mushrooms. Where's the other human? Hey, other human. What are you doing? Cutting wood? Knock it off. Got a job for you. Fairly confident I don't want to sell any of the remaining things that I can sell. Yeah. Not worth it. Not with the extra, like, trade route penalties. I mean, I don't know that they might be worth it without the trade route penalties, but they're definitely not worth it with. Lizard resolve is low. That's funny and unfortunate. Fortunately, it's fixable. think everybody else is doing just fine. So lizards, you're gonna be okay. Nothing to do? Yeah, okay, that checks out, I guess. Could really use some more leather. If a ranch shows up, I'm taking it. Turn my grain into leather directly. I have flour that we are not currently using. I mean, that we could be using, I guess. Yeah, alright. I guess just one of you can come help build stuff. Some stuff still needs to be built. That was a minor ding. Was it it wasn't impatience. There's no way it was reputation. Did hostility change for some reason? Hostility doesn't look like it changed. We're still at 1. Do I have second ingredient? For what? It sounded like hostility change. We're still at 1 though. Like nothing. Maybe it went up for some reason? I don't know why it would have gone up for some reason. Nothing changed. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that I know of that is indicated by a sound effect changed. For water skins. Oh, no, not at the moment. That's the problem, is I don't have the leather. Oh, I frequently have meat. I guess I don't have meat anymore. No thanks to these hungry idiots. So we're going to need to open up some glades in order to get more resources. But that can wait until after storm. Alright, actually, there's about a half hour left in stream under normal circumstances, but I am out of water and I kind of need to take a break. And instead of taking a break and then coming back for like 15 minutes of stream, I am just going to cut it here, I think. But things are proceeding well here. Haven't lost anybody yet, which doesn't mean I wouldn't take Blood Price Contract if it shows up, but I'm also doom rolling for Fungal Guide, so... You know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, things are looking up. Things are looking optimistic here. I'm ready to take this into the future, or whatever the future holds, soonish. But I think not now. So let me say thanks for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed.